Good morning, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. My name is Nilay. I'm an automation test engineer, and alongside me is Vinay. So, he's an automation engineer. We both worked at Accelerate, and both of us proudly represent the UiPath community from Pune. So, today we are honored to present insight on a process mining tool. So, here is the agenda for that. So on first slide, we are seeing what is process mining and actual meaning of process mining. In next slide, next to this, we will see how we can actually use the process mining on UiPath environment and some basics about it. Upcoming slide, we see how we access the process mining in UiPath Cloud, and also following with this all slides, we will see one use case and one demo, which is a small demo in real world, how we utilize this process mining for any business management process. And during this session, if you have any question, so at the end of this session, we have dedicated time for that. So you can ask any question related to this uh, technology. So this is the agenda. So let's start with our session. So process mining, when we see this word, like in mining means in extraction. So process is like we can say a step-by-step procedure or like a step-by-step procedure for any data. So actual meaning, or we can say in layman language, the process mining is like extraction of data from any system or any data source, we can say. So as here we mentioned in slide, actually a process mining which is discovered by UiPath in last April 2023. So it's actually extract the data from any IT system and it converts that data into the attractive dashboard, let's say like graphs, any modules or any type of metrics as per the depend on the process, and using that dashboard, the process owner or the SOE of that business and can spend time by identifying the bottlenecks, the loopholes where we should majorly observe the process or which process we need to automate the output and input of all the end-to-end process. Instead of you before the process mining, any process owner need to identify which process we need to automate, how we can improve the business process. So all this time, instead of all this time, we can technically focus on directly on automation of process. So this is the small definition, or we can say small introduction of process mining. Components of process mining. So as I said, there are two components of process mining. One is app template and second one is a process mining app. So app templates means we can say any customized or pre-built app. Like we can take here the reference of MS Office. In MS Office for Excel, for Word or PowerPoint, we have some basic pre-built template provided by MS Office itself. We can use it as it is or we can customize it as per our requirement. So the same thing happen here in app template. Process mining tool provide us some pre-built customized templates. We can use it as it is and publish our app, or we can customize it as per our business requirement. And second component is process mining app. Once we select the app template, after that we convert it into the process mining app. The actual process mining app is the actual dashboard, which I said in earlier slide. In on that dashboard, we can see different options, details about process, graphs, flow chart, the KPI, and how much inputs, variants are there. All the details are available in that app. So these two was the major components of process mining. So in the first slide, I explain about the process mining, and I gave you the small introduction about how process mining works. So in this slide, it is the actual diagram, or we can say diagrammatical view, where we can easily understand how it is work from start to end. So first step is extract data. As name suggests, uh, it it extract the data from the data source like IT system like SAP, Oracle, any database like that. After extracting that raw data, it transform that data into some attractive dashboard using the selected app template, which we already select earlier. It was also the first component of process mining. Once that all everything is decided and everything is completed, the actual dashboard is formed. This tool show us the actual dashboard. As I explained earlier, this is the second component of this tool. So on the dashboard we can see the different graphs, KPI metrics, and various variants flowchart as per the process. Here we can see all the definition of process, or definition or graph of dedicated process. We can see in both way. So this is the visualization of data. And fourth and the final step is the publish the app. Once all three steps are completed, the app is published. We can say it is a app like a combination of all our process input outputs with the graph and like this. So in these four steps, any process owner can easily identify the whole business in one app, or I can say in one screen. And he can instead of wasting time on analyzing from scratch, he can actually spend the time on identify the bottlenecks, or loopholes into that business, or in which process we should more focus, and which how can processes perform output and input in one go. So these are the four steps it's performed in any business process where we use this tool. So I hope you are understand that actually what is the process mining and how it works. So I trying to explain you the theoretically. So here, from this side onwards, we need will show you the demo and some use case for one process. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Ranmay. To summarize till the point, what we are saying is what is process mining, what are the major components of process mining, and we have seen what are the major steps that we follow while building any process mining app, from starting from extraction of data from any ERP or CRM system, then to transform that data into a particular app template format, and to visualize and create a process mining app. Now we'll see how we can actually access the process mining in UiPath Automation Cloud. So to access UiPath process mining, first of all, we need to log into UiPath Automation Cloud. After we logged into Automation Cloud, then on the left hand side, you can see we have products and services already listed. If you click on the more options, we'll get the process mining already listed. If you click on the process mining, then we'll simply get navigated to the process mining interface. In the process mining interface, you can see we have two tabs available. First one is the process apps and second one is the development one. In the process apps, we can see the already created and published apps over here. And in the second tab, the development tab, we have two options. One is to import app from a different tenant or which is already created. And second one is the create new app, where we can build our process mining app from the scratch. So this is how the interface of UiPath process mining looks like. Moving further, I'm going to show you how we can follow the exact steps for creation of any UiPath process mining app. So to build a process mining app, after we are in the UiPath process mining interface, to build a app, we need to click on create new app. After that, we have to select a particular app template which is associated with our data that we have extracted from the IT system. Then we need to fill up the basic details. After that, we'll click on save and next. Then we have to select the data source from where we want to load our data. Like we want to upload data, or we need to use the third party application to load data into a process mining app. Then we have the process models. We need to select a particular process model which suits our data. After we have selected a particular data model, then we can review the details and click on create app. After we click on the create app, the data transformation will begin. The data that we have loaded into a process model, that will transform your data into visually appealing process mining app. So this is how the end app looks like. It has process analysis toolkit on the right hand side. Then in the middle, we have some deviation charts, distribution charts, and the process graph. This is one is the main graph that we get after we create a particular process mining app. Then we have the KPIs, and on the right hand side we have certain filters. So we can apply those KPI filters to our dashboards and get a specific value out of it. So these are the steps that we follow while building any UiPath process mining app. I hope from these steps you are pretty much clear, like what are the steps that we need to follow while creating any UiPath process mining app. Then we have one use case for your for demonstration. Here we are going to discuss the incident process management. Ideally when we think of any incident management, the major steps that we think of, like starting from the creating issue in particular system, then we assign that particular issue to any particular user. Then that user will perform some actions and try to resolve that issue or the ticket. After that ticket is resolved, then it will then they change the status of that particular ticket and issue gets resolved. This is how ideally we think of any process in the incident management. But when we fed those particular data to process mining, it has revealed something else. Like it has multiple deviations. It has identified the bottlenecks where employees taking longer time than the usual to complete that particular task. And there are some of the steps where employees are doing rework on that particular ticket to solve that ticket. It is increasing their processing time and decreasing their efficiencies and the ROIs for the business. So in the further demo, we'll see how we can actually get those matrices in the process mining app.
In this demonstration, we are going to build a process mining app using Jira Data to analyze incident management process. To build a process mining app, first of all, we'll go to Development tab. Then we'll click on Create New App. After that, we'll land on Select App Template. Here you can see we have multiple app templates already listed, starting with any processes. There we have custom process and event log template. These templates we can utilize when there is no dedicated app template available for your process. In that case, you can utilize these two templates. Then moving further, we have purchase to pay. In the purchase to pay, you can see there are multiple data sources already listed: SAP, Oracle, Coupa. Similar way, it is available in the order to cash, incident management, and many more. For our demo, we are utilizing data source as a Jira. So we'll select a particular template which has the Jira data source. So we'll click on Create App. After that, we'll enter basic details about the app, and again we'll click on Save and Next. After that, we'll land on data source page. UiPath has provided 3 data sources from where we can load our data into process mining app. First one is the use sample data. We can utilize this for our POC or to play around in process mining app. You can utilize upload data option when your data that you have extracted from IT system is transformed into .csv or .tsv file. To make sure you are following the exact format, UiPath has already provided documentation. the input table documentation. Here you can refer all those requirements before you load your data into process mining app. Actually, your transform data looks like it contains issue ID, issue start, issue end, activity, event detail, event end. Your data should have this kind of information while you load your data into process mining app. The third option is upload data using extractor. Here you can directly connect your IT system to process mining app using third-party applications. UiPath has already listed some of the apps that you can utilize. For our demo, we are utilizing the sample data. After we have selected the data source, then we'll click on Save and Next. After we land on the process model, UiPath has provided 3 process model. Directly follows, Discover process model, and third one is the Import BPMN model. For now, we'll select the Discover process model and click on Save and Review. Then we'll review all the details, whether we have selected a particular data source and the process model. After that, we'll click on the Create tab. After we'll click on the Create tab, data ingestion will start it. After your data is transformed, then our app will be ready to edit before we preview and publish the particular process mining app. Now here you can see the application status has been changed from transforming data to success. Now we'll navigate to the app. Once we navigate to the app, it will be available in the preview mode first. In the preview mode, you can see there are multiple options available for you. On the screen, you can see this one is the main dashboard, the overview dashboard. Here you can see in the overview part, you are getting number of KPIs which is already available with this template. You can edit anytime and add up to 6 KPIs in the particular dashboard. Then you have the process manager. In the process manager, you can see the overall process graph of your process. This process graph you can export as a BPMN model as well. Then you have the automation manager, where you can connect your automation from your orchestrator to this process mining app. In the automation manager, what you can do is you can connect your processes to the process mining app. Suppose you have due date and you want to run a particular automation before hitting the due date. You want to notify particular employees. Then with the automation manager, you can connect different automations and trigger from here. In the data transformation, what you can do is you can transform your data. If you want to manipulate your data and want to build different metrics, then that you can do over here. Then you have the data manager. In the data manager, you can create a new KPIs if you want to. If you want certain KPIs that needs to be added to your dashboard, then simply you need to navigate to data manager, then click on new metric, and here you have to enter KPI name, then select the metrics that you want to get, and here you can apply rules to particular data to generate a KPI. After that, you can click save and you can utilize this one. As of now, we have seen multiple managers available in the process mining app, where we can transform our data, we can add different automations to process mining app. Now we'll not modify anything, we'll directly click on preview. Actual app will look like this. It has different process analysis toolkit, then we have process graphs, then on the right hand side we have certain filters. The main motto of utilizing process mining is we can identify the inefficiencies process holds, right? So in the end-to-end analysis and the event analysis, we have process graphs. If we navigate to the process graph, this is the process graph. In the process graph, we have this icon, the process inefficiencies. If we click on the process inefficiencies, these are the process inefficiencies we get out of the data that we have fed to the process mining model. Business can notify their team to handle those bottlenecks and the reworks that employees are doing to increase their ROIs and reduce the time they are taking while executing particular task. Then moving further, we have automation potential. Automation potential dashboard enables you to see potential savings for activities in your processes. For example, if you determine an activity as a bottleneck in the process graph, you can calculate the impact of automating the activity. From the automation potential dashboard, you can simulate various what-if scenarios to identify which activities are most costly and how much time or money possibly could be saved when automating one or more activities. In the below table, you can see all automation opportunities identified by the UiPath Process Mining app. If you want to automate a particular task, then let's take an example of change status to in progress. After we click on simulate, here you can see we have manual processing time, and it has given the actual time will save after we automate this particular task. To automate this activity, what we can do is we can directly send this particular activity to Automation Hub, and from Automation Hub, business can take over this idea, and BA, developer, everyone will get involved and develop this particular automation and add this automation to a process, which will definitely increase your ROIs, definitely save your time and increase your efficiencies. Not only you can submit this idea to Automation Hub, but you can add this particular activity to task mining as well. As of now, we have seen how actually our process mining looks like. Now to publish, we'll again go back to the edits, and to publish, we'll click on publish button over here. After we click on the publish button, now you can see we get two options to ingest data to our app. We can have the development data and process the, either we can use the development data that we have used, or we can ingest in new data, the production data. While we use this process mining app for the business, then we can utilize the actual data and publish. After we publish the data, again data transformation will start it. Now data transformation has been completed. Let's navigate to the process mining app. This is how actually our process mining apps looks like.
So from this demo, we have seen how we can actually identify the bottlenecks, reworks after we have fed the data to the process mining app. Then we have seen the automation potential in the particular process and the automation opportunities we have get, and we can easily incorporate those automation ideas in our process to enhance our ROIs or to increase our efficiency and reduce our processing time in particular process. Then there are multiple data driven decisions that we can get. We have conformance checking, we have root cause analysis. In the root cause analysis, we can get the exact uh, exact issue, exact cause of that particular issue. We can identify those and we can work on them. Moving further, let's see what are the AI capabilities UiPath process mining holds. As in the demo, we have seen, we have identified the bottlenecks, reworks, and inefficiencies. This one is the first and the major AI capabilities which UiPath process mining holds. Then further from that particular use case, we have conversational AI for filter selections. As you have seen, we have dashboards in process mining, and if you want to add certain filters to that particular dashboard, so in that case you can add a certain prompt and your filter will be added to it, to your dashboard, and you can get the certain value out of it. So with the UiPath autopilot for process mining, you can use those filters and add your filters to dashboards. Then moving further, you have chart recommendations. Now you have built a certain dashboard with the particular app template that you have chosen, and in case you are not satisfied what we have get using the particular template, so in that case you can add a new dashboard to your process mining app. So to so while adding certain dashboard to your process mining, then in that case while creating a new dashboard, you can get the recommended charts that you can easily incorporate into a dashboard. So there is a AI feature which is enabled in UiPath process mining now. So you can get the recommendations like the pie chart, line chart, or table chart. So these can be added to your dashboard. So these are the AI capabilities which process mining hold as of now. Moving further, now we have seen how we extract the data, how we transform the data, and how we create a particular process mining app. Now, what are the benefits that we get after using the process mining? The first benefit is the process optimization. And in the process optimization, we have seen we have certain KPIs. We are based on that we are going to get the inefficiencies in the particular process, and after identify those inefficiencies, we can work on those work on those inefficiencies and try to make our process optimized by working on them. Then we have detailed insights. We get the data driven analysis of our data, and based on that we get process graphs, event to event analysis, different deviation charts, conformance checking dashboards. So these are the detailed insights we get after we fed our data to process mining app. Then we have the automation opportunities. After we have fed the data to our process mining app, then process mining actually identifies those tasks where we can apply our process mining and get the automation potential out of it. Then we have customizable dashboards. In the customizable dashboards, like we as we have already seen, we can customize dashboards. If you are not satisfied with the dashboards that we have get out after using particular template, then we can customize the template, add new dashboards to our process mining app. Then in the root cause analysis, we can identify the particular cause of any issue for the particular task, and we can work on them. Then we have the performance metrics analysis. Here we can apply the different KPIs to get certain in the performance and metrics analysis, we can apply the KPIs. After applying the KPIs, we can get the value out of it. So these are the benefits we get after using the process mining. Moving further, now we have pretty clear idea how exactly process mining works. But if you wonder where we can apply this process mining and where it can be utilized, so on the screen you can see we have multiple domains already listed, and in those domains we can apply the process mining and get the best result out of it. So starting from finance and procurement, in this domain we have purchase to pay, purchase requisitions, account payable, asset management. Then there is a long list where we can apply the process mining and get best results out of it. In the demo itself, we have used the IT service management domain, and in this one we have seen the process for incident management, where we have identified the bottlenecks, reworks, and inefficiencies that particular process holds. So in this, these are some domains where we can apply the process mining and get the best results. So with this I will conclude my session. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.